Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be a love and spirituality reading for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and this will apply to your sun, moon, rising, and or Venus sign. And as always, I will be doing an extended video, so if this reading resonates with you, the link to the more in-depth extended version of this reading will be in the description box down below. Alright, water signs, so let's get into it. I already pulled cards for you. So the first two cards out are the Queen of Pentacles and the Turning In card. So I'm picking up that for a lot of you, you're feeling this overwhelming sense of not being worthy or not feeling good enough. It's like something in your life that has taken place that has convinced you that you are just not ideal. Like you're continuously feeling like you can't hold on to anything stable, or you can't hold on to anything that makes you happy, and it's almost like you're internalizing it and you're thinking to yourself that it has something to do with you, or it has something to do with your shortcomings, your flaws, or it has something to do with you not being worthy, which of course is not true. Well, let me explain further what I mean. So it's not true that you are not worthy of good things, or it's not true that you're not worthy of having stability. What's happening is that your idea in your mind that you're unworthy could be causing you to act in ways that play that out. So you could be putting like your worst traits on display because in your mind you're not worthy of certain things, so you could be self-sabotaging. But also for some of you, I'm hearing that this is not really something in your control. You could have certain things going on inside of you, certain triggers, traumas, things of that sort going on within you, and you can't really help that when your button is pressed that you lash out or you show that other side to yourself. And I'm feeling like instead of demonizing that side to yourself, for some of you, it's like you're needing to actually nurture that side of yourself, is what I'm seeing. It's like you're turning, what would the word be, vilifying? It's like you're turning this side of you that comes out when you're hurt, you're turning it into a villain, when in reality that side of you needs a lot of love, is what I'm seeing. And I feel like that's going to be like the overall theme for the upcoming month, is needing to really go within and to nurture that side of you that you might think is like your dark side, or like your ugly quote unquote side. And it's important to nurture this because I really feel like it's not you that isn't worthy of good things. It's not you. It's nothing wrong with you that's making certain things leave your life, certain people leave your life. It's nothing wrong with you. It's the fact that this side of you is not being nurtured properly, so your worst traits could come to the surface. I really hope that makes sense. I'm going to pull one more for that. See if I can get more in depth. Yeah, I'm just, because I'm seeing a lot of different voices like swirling around your head. So it's like a lot of different people's opinions of you, or a lot of the ways that people have treated you that have sort of implanted in you that you are not worthy of good things, or has implanted in you that you are defective in some way, and then that can cause you to, act those things out, or that can cause you to sabotage. So it's like needing to go within and give that other side of yourself nurturing to help to clear out those negative voices in your head that consume you. People from your past, their voices still being in your mind and consuming you. Pull one more. The main female card in the reverse. Yep. So for a lot of you, this is rooted in never feeling like you are in first place. I'm hearing that for a lot of you in your past, one major trigger that comes to the surface is not feeling like you are in first place, feeling like an afterthought, feeling like people don't consider you, or even feeling invisible, feeling like you're not wanted and that you're invisible. And that can cause anyone to act out, or that can cause the dark side of anyone to come out when you feel invisible or you feel unworthy. Of course, certain things that come into your life will trigger that, and then that other side of you will come out. For example, if you feel this sense of being invisible or unworthy and you get into a relationship, then obviously, you may feel like you're not worthy of that relationship, and then you may, push that person away, or you may be extremely, jealous and clingy when it comes to that person, because it's all stemming from that feeling of feeling invisible from your past, fearing that you're going to be abandoned, things of that sort. So it just makes perfect sense that this side of you would come out. And I feel like you're really demonizing this side of you, and this side of you needs a lot of love. I feel like for a lot of you, you blame this side of you for things going wrong. You're kind of like, if I only could have controlled myself, if I only could have showed up as the better version of myself, then maybe this thing wouldn't have been taken from me. Maybe this person wouldn't have walked away from me. And again, that is counterproductive, because that side of you is needing compassion, but that side of you is also needing forgiveness, like really, really badly needing forgiveness. That's what I'm seeing. I also feel like for a lot of you, you feel like you're off track because of these things that are going on within you. So for example, let's say that you said to yourself, I would like to be happily married by the time I'm 25, I don't know, 26. Let's say you said that in your mind and you really wanted that, but your relationships have been continuously destroyed by, the triggers that may be going on within you, or the triggers or the wounds inside of you may be causing you to be attracted to the wrong person. So it's like you're thinking, in that example, that's what I mean by you're thinking that you're off track, but you're actually not off track. I feel like everything that's happening to you is a part of the journey. And at times we can have plans, like we can think that we're supposed to reach a certain destination at a certain time in life, but that's not what the universe has planned for you, or that's not what your soul came here to do. Your soul came here to evolve. And so if you are going through hardships, then you are on the right track towards healing. Well, put it this way. If you're going through hardships and you're actively seeking out advice and you're actively seeking out ways to heal yourself and to improve, even by, clicking on this video, that means that you're actually on the right path. And just remember that, like I said, we came here to evolve. We didn't come here to start out perfect, live our lives perfectly, and end perfectly. So you are on the right path, and you are on the right track. So moving on to the next two cards, we have the Justice card and we have the Burden card. So with the Justice card being here in the reverse, I am sensing a bit of injustice I feel like it's on someone else's end. Honestly, like maybe it's someone else that has wronged you, and them wronging you has put a very big burden on you, and that could be another reason why you could have spiraled, or you could have been putting the worst aspects of yourself, or the dark side of yourself, the shadow side of yourself on display so often, like being hypersensitive and things of that sort. Like when your buttons are pressed, you could like really lash out, or the opposite, you could really, really shut down. Either way, it's, unhealthy. But, okay, I don't know if I should say it as unhealthy. Put it this way. It feels like someone has caused you harm, and then because of the harm that they have caused you, now you respond in certain ways that could sabotage certain stability in your life. So it could have been like a past relationship that harmed you, and now you have deep, severe trust issues, and then you get into a new relationship that has potential, but then you ruin it based off of the way that you react because of that past situation. So for a lot of you, the upcoming month, you're going to be kind of facing whatever that injustice was, and really thinking about or seeing the ways that it has affected you more than you think. Because sometimes when we move away from a situation that was unfair and we quote unquote move on, we assume it doesn't affect us anymore, because we don't think about that person anymore, or we don't care about that person anymore. A lot of people, they confuse healing with detaching. So they get out of a relationship, like a bad relationship, and they'll think that they're healed just because they are detached from the person. Like because they're not longing for the person anymore. It's like, I'm healed now because I'm detached from them now. I got past it. But no, sometimes the damage that's done lingers. So just because you've detached from the person and you hardly think about them, it doesn't mean that they're not affecting you still. So I feel like that injustice that is coming through has something to do with your past, and how it's put such a burden on you, and you may be needing to face that head on. Let me pull one more. I'm also hearing that there is a need for acceptance. Some of you have this ideal version of who you would like to be, and it's so far away from where you're starting at that it is almost like it's discouraging. So you're needing to sort of accept yourself as you are, and appreciate yourself as you are, and find the good in you right now, or else you'll never reach that ideal self that you have in your mind. And that's difficult because when you are dedicated to healing and you like to improve, then you don't want to hear, just accept yourself. You always want to strive to do better. So it is difficult. It's a challenge. That's what usually comes through these readings, spiritual challenges. It's a challenge to accept yourself while at the same time still striving to be a better version of yourself. So it's going to take some work, but there's a need for you to at least try to acknowledge the good in you right now, because it'll make it damn near impossible for you to reach this ideal version of yourself, is what I'm seeing. Community card in reverse. Yeah, whatever this injustice is that I'm picking up on for a lot of you, it has affected your ability to bond with people. It's affected your ability to really feel that heart-to-heart connection with people. And for some of you, I'm sensing anger. So for a lot of you, it's like you're angry about this, which you should be. If you can remember who you were before certain people wronged you and you want that person back, yeah, it can make you very, very angry. I'm hearing like curse words right now. Like some of you are really, really pissed at this. Like the thought that somebody could have came into your life and kind of, damaged you to the point where you feel like you can't connect anymore. And for some of you, this could have happened like in childhood. Like maybe it's your parents who did this to you and who damaged you in some way, or who, well, let me take that back, because I wouldn't describe any human being as damaged. But maybe it's your parents who hurt you in some way that you're feeling resentful or anger for, because now you feel like you can't connect to people in a way that is, healthy. And I feel like for a lot of you, your main concern is that you'll never reach that point where you'll be able to connect to anybody in a healthy way because of the things you've been through. But you're being asked to keep the faith, because the mature woman card is here on the top of the deck. So you're being asked to keep the faith that as you continue on your journey and on your path, and as you continue with your healing work, you will be able to connect to people again. It may seem impossible to you right now, but I'm telling you, I can see it very clearly here as you progress on your healing journey. There may be some stumbling blocks, there may be some, bumps along the way, but I do see you being able to have that heart-to-heart connection even more deeply, because sometimes when we're hurt, what can happen is that, we can close off for a bit, or we can feel like we can't connect, but we develop this really intimate relationship with ourselves when we get hurt. It's rare that human beings take the time out to really process their emotions and really sit with them. So when we've been hurt to the extreme, that's when we're kind of forced to sit with them. So the most kind people you'll ever meet are the ones with the most compassion, or the ones with the biggest heart. Those are usually people who have been hurt very, very badly and who have done the work to basically keep their heart open and recover. So it's like this injustice or whatever happened to you could ultimately lead to you connecting to people on an even deeper level, because you're connected to yourself on an even deeper level. So it may seem hopeless right now, but trust me, it's not. And I'm also hearing that some advice for you is the goal is not to necessarily be 100% healed, because I feel like some of you, that's like your goal, like you want to be 100% healed. There really is no 100%. It's just one of those things where it's like a journey. It's a lifelong process. You take it one day at a time. But you will reach a point in your life where you will feel extremely fulfilled and you will feel happy. So don't think that when I say, it's a lifelong journey, that it means you're going to be struggling with the same thing for the rest of your life. That's not the case. But it's going to be a lifelong process of spiritual and emotional, development and evolution. Especially if you're someone who came here to break, generational curses. Yeah, that's a lifelong process. That's like generations of curses. You can't just break the curse in your 20s, or expect to just break the curse in your 20s. Like you have to, it's a lifelong process. So, while it's good to set those healing goals, don't let, I need to be 100% healed be your goal, because it'll just discourage you and block you on your path, because this is a lifelong journey. But yeah, I feel like you are going to reach a space where you will feel this sense of peace within, and you will feel fulfilled. So whatever is going on, it's not going to be a permanent thing. All right, so let's look at your outside energy, and then we'll move on to the extended. So the Lover's card is here in the reverse, and the Breakthrough card is here. So the outside energy, for those of you who are new to my readings, the outside energy is basically the energy of a person who is affecting you or who is impacting you. This could be a friend, this could be a relationship, a romantic relationship, it could be family. And the reason I include outside energy into my readings is not to encourage, you to be obsessed or fixated on a certain person. But when it comes to our path, our spiritual journey, the truth is that a lot of our healing work, or a lot of our realizations, come through other people. Like, we're not on this journey alone. So that's why I pull outside energy, so you can see how this other person is affecting you the most, and give you some, deeper messages into, what could be going on in the connection, what advice you could use moving forward. So outside energy, the Lover's card and the Breakthrough card. So this is a person who, it looks like there's a bit of indecisiveness, whether it be on your end or on their end. But I feel like, oddly enough, there's about to be some sort of breakthrough. And I say oddly enough because at times with these outside energies, there's usually a major blockage when it comes to no breakthrough happening. But I'm seeing a breakthrough happening very strongly. I'm going to pull another one for this. Let me see if I can get deeper messages about this breakthrough. Morality card. So someone who's realizing they are in the wrong. Let me pull one more. Innocence. Okay, this to me looks like the energy of someone who is, this is like surprising to me. Usually this outside energy does not go like this. This looks like the energy of someone who was indecisive for a long time, or at some point was very indecisive, with the Lover's card being here in the reverse. This also could have been that you were, I'm hearing estranged. Is that the word? Like being separated from someone in a strange marriage. I think that's the word. This could have been a connection that was severed. And I feel like whoever this person is, they're having some sort of breakthrough. They're realizing the error in their ways. Let me pull one more. Oh God, I'm channeling too many messages now. I'm hearing two separate storylines. For some of you, this is a person who's having a breakthrough and they're seeing the error in their ways. For some of you, this is a person who acts like they can't see the error in their ways and acts like they're always innocent. And the breakthrough is going to come through you realizing that they're the problem and you're not. Oh God, I hate when this happens. I hate when there's two storylines because I feel like it gets confusing. Let me pull one more. But since I'm reading for a lot of people, sometimes that does happen. Seven of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so let me try my best to describe what I'm hearing. For those of you who this outside energy is someone who you have parted ways with completely, it looks like this person, due to you parting ways with each other, they are having some sort of breakthrough. Their heart is opening up in some way, and they are seeing the error in their ways. They're seeing that they have been wrong. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to reconcile with this person. It doesn't mean you have to reach out, talk to them, go and check up on them to see if they've had this breakthrough, because it's an internal thing. I doubt that you'll even know about it, especially if you are someone who is separated from them or you haven't talked to them. But yeah, it looks like they are having some sort of breakthrough. They are seeing the errors in their ways, and they're seeing how unfair they have really been, is what I'm seeing. But for those of you who, or for others of you, I should say, who you have been in some sort of connection with someone who is constantly acting like they're not in the wrong and who's constantly acting like they are innocent, the breakthrough is going to come from you kind of seeing that that it's not you, it's them. It's not you, it's them. And I'm going to address both storylines in the extended because I feel like both of them are relevant and both of them are important. But I know with this outside energy, there's time that's been invested into this. The Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. So there's a lot of time and energy that has been invested for both groups. Okay, so I'll dive more into this in the extended. So thank you guys for watching. If it resonated, if you'd like to hear deeper messages about the outside energy, then I will leave the link to the extended. And also in the extended video, we'll get into your do's and don'ts for the upcoming month, like things you should stay clear from, and then things that you should, move towards and take part in. So again, the link to that will be in the description box down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the extended video.